Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday evening. I'm getting this video out a little late in the day. How do you like that intro music? That is to promote my liking of The Mandalorian. That is the intro, the intro music to The Mandalorian. I watched it the other day. First day Disney Plus premiered. I was signed up for it, and it was a fantastic first episode. I am definitely pumped for all the episodes that are going to be coming. So just a little tribute there to one of my new favorite shows. Also, by the way, the premiere of Rick and Morty was on Sunday. I think last week I gave incorrect information. I think I had indicated that was premiering Saturday night. I was wrong about that. It was actually Sunday night. It's been so long since Rick and Morty was on that I have a hard time remembering when. It's usually Sunday night. So I've got that on my weekly record, my DVR. I'll be recording that and definitely following Rick and Morty. And The Mandalorian is awesome. I can definitely see why Disney is so pumped about it. Stock took a big jump the last couple days. 10 million new subscribers on the first day. That's huge, huge numbers. My prediction is I think within a year you could see more subscribers on Disney Plus than you do on Netflix. The problem for Disney is, can they keep up with the content? You've got to produce a lot of content, and it needs to be kind of broad-based. It can't just be animation and the typical Disney fare. It has to be a little bit more broader than that. So that remains to be seen whether they'll be able to really compete with Netflix. But so far, I like what I see. I like the fact that there's tons of Marvel movies on there. All the Star Wars movies were on there, all in HD. It's just fantastic. I wish they had this years ago before I bought all those DVDs. I'm one of those people that has all the Toy Story Blu-rays. I got young kids, so I probably have $400 or $500 worth of Blu-ray DVDs. That would have bought me 6-7 years worth of Disney Plus streaming service. So, it's probably one of the best deals out there. I already had a Hulu, so I just upgraded it and bundled Disney Plus with my existing subscription of Hulu. So, I'm paying $1 more, maybe $1.50 more a month than I was normally paying. So, it's a great deal. Fantastic deal. So let's jump into it here. I got a lot to go over. I'll try to keep this as short as I can, but I've already burned 4 minutes on a bunch of fluff. So first of all, I got this in the mail yesterday. Amazing Spider-Man number 149. This is the first clone Spider-Man, the first appearance of Ben Reilly. I think this is going to be a major key book. Obviously, it's already a key book. It's the first Spider-Man clone. But I think the significance of this book is going to climb. The Spider-Verse 2 is going to be coming out, and I think there's big indication that one of the multiverses will potentially have Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly. So this is a key book you want to have in your collection, in my opinion. And this is an affordable book. I got this book for about $45 shipped. The guy was asking $50, and I just threw out an offer like $10 lower, and he took it, plus shipping. So, it's like $45, $46 with shipping. And look at the grade on this book. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. No spine ticks. Edges aren't perfectly sharp. There's a little bit of blunting on that one corner. That one's pretty sharp. Maybe a little bit of blunting on the one edge here, but easily a very fine plus, I would say. Maybe near mint and minus for the price I got. I mean, this book just presents beautifully. I mean, the colors. When you look at this book up close, it looks so nice. I just very, very happy to have it in my collection. Just think it's an awesome looking cover. So I picked that up at a really good deal. The other one I picked up, I'm a big fan of Zatanna. This is her first regular ongoing. So she appeared in Hawkman, I think Hawkman #4. She was also in a second appearance. I have the second appearance. I don't have her first appearance. I have her second appearance, which was in Atom Man, I think. I have the book. I can't remember the number, but I do have that book, and it's in decent grade. This one I picked up because it was it was an auction. I knew there weren't too many people looking at it. There's only like 3 or 4 bids on the book. And the auction was ending late at night, which is another, I usually do pretty well with those. Man, this book is in really good condition. You can obviously tell it's an older book. It's definitely 60s. It's a giant size. That's why it's 50 cents. Normally this would be like a 20-cent book. But it's giant size and it's in fabulous shape. So this is one of the first appearances of Zatanna. It's considered her first ongoing title. DC Superstars of Magic, #11. Just a very early appearance of Zatanna. Just love this book. I think it's a great, kind of obscure book. For instance, Cover Price, which you can use that site to catalog all your books, did not have this in their catalog. So I had to email them saying, "Hey, you need to put this on your app." So it's not well known, but it's definitely an early appearance of Zatanna. So let's jump into it here with Midtown's New Comic Book Day, books that are coming out next Wednesday. This will give you a nice little preview of what I'm looking at picking up. For Dark Horse, really not much. I mean, I'm slightly interested in this Count Crowley Reluctant Midnight Monster Hunter. It's kind of a cool cover. That's definitely a throwback cover. I definitely remember some EC covers having that kind of familiar, I don't know if it's either EC or maybe House of Secrets, one of those type of covers. Kind of a cool cover. I did not pick up #1, so I'm not too sure if I'll pick that up, but I'm definitely interested in that cover. The one I am picking up from Dark Horse is Hazel and Cha-Cha Save Christmas, Tales from Umbrella Academy. If you've watched the Netflix series, the first season, it was excellent. Very popular show. And Hazel and Cha-Cha are big characters in that first season. And I just think that this book looks awesome. Love the A cover. Like the A cover a little bit better than the B. The B's not bad either, but I think the A cover is the way to go, so I'm picking that up. Mask, Pledge of Allegiance to the Mask. A cover looks like the better one. I did pick up the first issue. Not sure if I'm going to go with the second issue or not on that, but if I would, I think I would go with the A cover on that. I think that does it for Dark Horse. Moving on to DC. Batman, Superman, I think that's worth continuing, #4. I love the Batman Who Laughs and like to see where the story continues. Both covers are nice. You've got a nice A cover with the Batman Who Laughs on the cover and his Boy Wonder Trolls there, and then you've got the Oliver Copiel cover, which is cool too. I think the A cover I like a little bit better, so I think I would pick that one up if I had the choice between the two. Batman #83, definitely the B cover is the way to go. That's a Matina cover. Beautiful looking cover. We're winding down the Tom King run, only a couple more issues to go. I think most people are happy about that. Another must pick up, in my opinion, is Batman White Knight Presents Von Freeze #1. A cover is awesome. Beautiful cover by Sean Murphy. The interior art is going to be by Klaus Janson. And then you've also got a nice B cover by Klaus Janson. I pre-ordered both covers, so I should be getting those in my monthly order from Midtown. Flash forward #3. The In-Hook Lee covers are pretty nice, so I know a lot of people have been collecting that. Again, a major appearance by that Watcher character You can see him there in the background. Damn, what's his name? I can't, Imperious Rat, I can't remember his name. I know his first appearance was in Sideways #1 and 2. But he could be a fairly major character in the DC universe, so that might be a good book to pick up. A good old classic title, kind of known for its controversy. Speedy, taking some speed. I think he's actually taking heroin there. So I think this was the first comic book that actually depicted somebody taking drugs. So it was definitely a groundbreaking issue by Dennis Neal. You had Neil Adams doing the cover there. So it's kind of a classic. Not super expensive book to buy the original, but definitely a fairly pricey. So facsimile would be a nice one to pick up on that one. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I'm not a big He-Man fan. I don't like this A cover, even though it's by Unhook Lee. I get the fact that there's like a fractured mirror here, but it looks like He-Man's head is like super fat. I just don't like the effect. So I really, really don't like this cover. And I usually like Unhook Lee, but I really just think that cover sucks. If I were to pick one, I would definitely go with the B cover by Dan Fraga. I think that's a way, way better cover. I'm not a big He-Man fan, so probably nothing I would pick up, but I think that would be the one I would grab. I did pre-order Infected Scarab #1. Just looks kind of cool. Definitely a tie-in to the Dark Multiverse. Interested in that, see where that story goes. Let's see, what else did I pick up here from DC? Nice cover on Nightwing, #66. You got a John Boy Myers. He's really been kind of hot lately. His covers have been really good. I like this cover a lot. So I might be picking that up just for the cover. I just like that cover. I've not been a regular reader of Nightwing. I've picked up some issues here and there. You got the B cover, Warren Lau. I know a lot of people like Warren Lau. I don't care for that cover. I think the A cover is fabulously better. So that's the cover I would pick up. This is another one I pre-ordered, Question the Deaths of Vic Sage, #1. You got a Bill Sienkiewicz cover there. Awesome cover. I pre-ordered that. I can't remember if I pre-ordered the B cover, but you got a Jeff Lemire cover. Jeff Lemire is not normally known for his artwork. He's a little bit more known for his writing style, but yeah, that's definitely a book I think you've got to make sure you pick up. Nice Derek Chew cover on Supergirl 36. I know he's been pretty popular. It's kind of a nice cover. Has that kind of anime look to it. Let's see here. Let's move down the list. I think we're about done with DC. Yep. Moving on to Dynamite Entertainment. Don't think there was anything there that... I mean, there's some nice Vampirilla covers. I do like that Art Germ cover. It's pretty provocative. So I do like that Vampirilla cover. Very cool. And there's some different versions. I think there's like a virgin cover. I know there's a charcoal version. Yeah, there's the virgin, which is really nice. $51. I think if you're a really big Vampirilla fan, that's definitely, a book that I would pick up. I like Vampirilla, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to spend that kind of money. But I definitely like, I like that cover. It's very, very nice. Moving on to IDW Publishing, Canto #6, regular Drew Zucker cover. That's the one I'm picking up. I don't really care for the B cover. It's okay. Some of the incentive covers have been really, really good. I did pick up, I believe, #5, the incentive cover. I liked on that one. I don't like this one as much. At least not enough to spend $17, so I'm going to pass on that one. All right, I think that about does it for me on IDW. Moving on to Image. Not too familiar with this Heart Attack. It's a first issue. That might be worth grabbing. I know there's a lot of people that pick up first issues of any Image book. That might be worth grabbing just because you never know if it gets developed into something. The one I definitely am grabbing, and I did pre-order, is the Ice Cream Man number 16, regular A cover. I just really like this series. Usually they're like one-shot horror stories, and usually just really good writing on that. Marked number 2 is out. I know Marked number 1, well, that variant cover did really well. That might be worth grabbing. There is a second printing on number 1. I wish they would show you the cover, but they don't. I looked it up on Google Images, and I didn't see it there either. So they're going to release that the last minute, looks like. But that might be worth taking a grab at. And I think that about does it for Image for me. Moving on to Marvel. I'm not really collecting any of these $20.99 books. I don't know. It just seems like an old play to me. I don't know. Just nothing that really interests me. So I'm going to pass on all that. Absolute Carnage number 5. I pre-ordered the A cover. Debating whether to pick up this Tyler Christopher action figure. It's classified. It could show the first appearance of Dylan as a symbiote on the cover. There's a lot of people specking on that. That could be the case. I don't know, though. It's kind of, you have a 50-50 shot on that. Normally, I'm not an action figure collector. I mean, I know a lot of people do like those, but I'm just not. Just doesn't do it for me. So I normally don't pick those up. And then you've got connecting covers. Rom Lim. You got Greg Land. You've got a Kyle Holtz connecting cover. Just a bunch of covers here. It's the last issue in that Absolute Carnage miniseries. You got a Codex variant, which is like a 1 in 25. That looks pretty cool. By Paulo Rivera, which I do like his artwork. Very nice. Very nice. You got an Absolute Carnage and Bagley variant, which looks like it's about ratio 1 in 25. And then you have a nice In-Hook Lee cover of Carnage number 5. That's obviously a nice looking cover as well. Man, it's pretty pricey though. It's a 1 in 50. They're selling, Midtown is selling it for $10 over ratio, so they're asking $60 for it. And that's with the discount. So that's a little pricey to me. I don't think that's something I would spend a bunch of money on. Let's see here. Let me move down the list. Amazing Mary Jane, I'm not picking up. Not been collecting Amazing Spider-Man. Pretty sad that book is not a must purchase. I don't know if this Annihilation Scourge Alpha is worth getting. I know there's a couple covers here. It looks like there's 3 or 4 covers. Alex Garner is kind of a popular cover. I mean, that thing's $42. Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, that book could be worth money. I just don't know how many people are going to buy a ton of, like how many shops are really going to have that variant available. I mean, think about it. It's a 1 in 50 variant. So you've got to buy 50 copies of the A cover, which is probably not going to be a big seller. I can't imagine most shops are going to sell more than 10 or 20 of these. So I think I do like this cover of Annihilus. The Olivetti cover, that would be the one that I would pick up if I had to choose. I do like that Garner cover, but I'm not going to spend $42 on that. That's just a little too nuts in my opinion. Avengers number 26. I think this could be a new character, a new version of Starbrand. So you may want to grab that. You got art by Dale Keown, so there's a lot of people that are digging his art. He's pretty good at drawing Hulk-like smash type action, so that might be worth grabbing. Jason Aaron obviously is the writer on that. He's been pretty solid on most of the Avengers titles. And you got an Alex Ross 25th anniversary. I like the A cover better. I just think that's the one that you want to go with since it's got that new character there on the cover. Captain America, I've not been collecting. Captain Marvel's been okay. I did pre-order the A cover. I think this is going to be the first full appearance of, I guess, Dark Star is who it is. I guess that's her on the cover. So the A cover is definitely a good one to pick up. And then also there's a nice In-Hook Lee connecting variant cover for cover price. I like that I don't have to spend more than $3 or $4 for it, so that's worth picking up in my opinion. You got a incentive cover, 1 in 25. Looks like they're selling for $30. This is the Jung-Gun Yoon cover. It's cool. It's nice. I mean, I like Yoon. He's a good artist. I did pick up another book here. I'll show you in a second that he did, but that one's okay. But I don't know, $30. I don't think I'm probably not gonna pull the trigger on that. And then there is a Brooks Virgin cover of the A cover for $106. Conan the Barbarian number 11, one of the best cover. This is probably my favorite cover of the week for next week. I just love this cover. I don't know what this creature is. It looks like a mountain came to life, and he's just coming at Conan. I don't know what his sword's going to do to that thing, but I just love that cover. I mean, that is a great Esad Ribic. I mean, if there's anybody that's drawing in the style of Frazetta today as a modern artist, it's definitely Ribic, in my opinion. He's the closest iteration, in my opinion, of Frazetta. So that is a must-buy. That cover alone, I don't care if the story is good or not. That cover is absolute fire. So I'm definitely picking that up. Nothing against Neil Adams, but yeah, that A cover is 50 times better than the Neil Adams that they want $51 for. So I will pass on that. Go just with the A cover. They're relaunching Deadpool. You got a new writer, Kelly Thompson. You got artist Chris Bachalo. I do like Chris Bachalo's artwork quite a bit. Not everything he does, but most of the time I think he's pretty solid. So I am going to be picking up not the A cover. You know, there's several covers here. Pick the one that you like. The one I like, I do like the 1 in 50. This is the Yoon cover. I think that cover is just fantastic. Now, I'll tell you, the way to buy this is they're asking, you know, this is a 1 in 50. They're asking $42, so it's right about ratio. I looked online, and if you Google it, I picked one up for $25. So I picked one up for about half of ratio. So with shipping, it'll be like $30. But that, in my opinion, is worth picking up. I love that cover. It is a relaunch of Deadpool. I don't know if there's going to be any new characters or any first appearances in that issue, but I did pick up a Wu Chu Lee cover. He's been getting a lot of exclusive cover work. I did highlight that in one of my last videos. So I'm getting two covers, the Wu Chu Lee cover, which is a store variant, and I'm getting the 1 in 50. Picked it up for $25, which I thought was a really good deal considering, you know, with shipping, I'm paying about $30. It's about $12 cheaper than what Midtown's asking. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes, but I think that covers absolutely fire. Moving down into the Marvel books here. Immortal Hulk 27. Classic Alex Ross cover. Definitely pre-ordered that in advance. I've been basically pre-ordering every Ross cover. So I definitely picked that up. I don't care for the B cover as much. I didn't order that. Just stuck with the Alex Ross cover. King Thor, number 3. Another awesome Ribic cover. And the nice thing about this is you're also getting Ribic artwork inside the book, which is well worth the price of admission. So that is a must-buy for me. So I pre-ordered that way in advance. So I'm getting that in my pre-order list. I think that might do it for Marvel. You got Spider-Verse number 2. That might be worth grabbing. There's also a second print of Spider-Verse. That might be worth grabbing. Take a look at those two. People have been talking about Strike Force, that it's been decent. I did pick up the first issue. It was pretty good. But I'm not picking up that many titles as much from Marvel, so that's kind of the end of that for Marvel for me. Moving on to Independence. It wasn't much. I think there was just a few. Let me move down the list here. Yeah, I do like that Grimm Fairy Tales Armed Forces Appreciation cover. Yes, the Marines, the proud, the few. It's a nice looking cover. Very nice. I'm not normally a Grimm Fairy Tales. And there's another Armed Forces Appreciation variant. Very nice. Those are some tight shorts, my friend. Heartbeat #1. That's the A cover, which is decent. I did look up. There is a nice B cover. I should have kept that on my screen. Let me look it up here real quick for you guys so you can see it. I don't know why Midtown's not showing it, but there is a B cover for that book. At least I thought there was. Yeah, here it is. Mirka Andolfo's kind of popular lately. I think that cover will do well. There it is. Very nice. So I think as for a good spec book, I think that's worth grabbing. It's not sold out yet in Midtown, still available. So that would be one that I would grab, maybe the B cover. A cover's not bad either, so just pick the one that you like. There is a thank you variant. I don't know what that looks like, but they want $85 for it. I think I'm going to pass on that. And moving on here, Once in Future, you got a second printing of #3, Once in Future #4. Picking up all the A covers on that. I think the second, third, fourth, fifth printings on these books is a little overdone. I don't think they need to do all those later printings, in my opinion, but it's a little out of control there, in my humble opinion. Let's see, moving down the list. Shows in #4. I think that's the last issue. Been picking up all the issues on that. It's been a pretty good read. Mad Cave Studios has usually pretty low print runs, so that may be one that you could take a look at. Something is Killing the Children #3. There's the A cover. I don't know what the B cover looks like. I tried to look it up. It's not available still, but it is a Marcos Martin variant. He usually does a pretty good job. So of the two, I probably would take a chance and buy the B cover. Or just buy both covers and play the spread there, right? I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I don't think there was anything else that Warrior Nun, I'm not really picking that up. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I'm kind of picking up for the week. So those are the books that I'm looking at for next Wednesday. Real quick, I wanted to show a few things. This is the look of Winter Soldier in the upcoming Disney Plus Falcon and Winter Soldier. So he's got an updated look. The long hair is gone now. Got a nice clean look. You got of course the nice fake arm. I'm hoping that's a really good series. Winter Soldier was one of my favorite Marvel movies. Probably my favorite Marvel movie is Winter Soldier. I liked it better than all the Avenger movies even. So I think this could be, hopefully it's a good series. But that is the new look of Bucky coming out here in the Disney Plus. I think that's next year. I don't know the exact date. I don't think they indicated here in the. Now they're saying fall of 2020. So yeah, sometime next year, end of next year. But that's what he's going to look like in the TV series, apparently. So I thought that was worth mentioning. What else? I didn't think there was. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, the DC's Far Sector #1. Bleeding Cool saying, yeah, there's been some sales. There's somebody asking. I mean, I don't know what this means. Somebody's asking 17 bucks for this book. To my knowledge, it was still available on Midtown. It came out this week, so let's see if it's still there. I definitely grabbed the A cover. To tell you the truth, the B and C cover were sold out. Yeah, still sold out. I don't like them. I think they suck. The A cover is way better. Jamal Campbell's cover is far superior to the other two. And that one's still available. And yet, Bleeding Cool saying, yes, people are asking some big money for that book now. So I don't know what's going on. It is the first appearance. It's a key book. I definitely think you need to have that. Grab that if you can. It's still available on Midtown, so pick it up for cover price. Don't be foolish and pay $17 for it on eBay. I guess there's people doing that. It's kind of nuts. Also, I wanted to talk about Mandalorian. I did watch it the other day. I mentioned at the beginning of my video here. I thought it was awesome. Man, I can't wait for the next episode. I just thought it was fantastic. I love that scene with IG-88. I remember as a child having that action figure. I think I had him and C-3PO. And R2-D2. So I had those three droids, and IG-88 was my favorite because he was basically a droid that had a gun. So I even remember back then as a young child, I like the droid that actually has a weapon. Most of the other droids don't have weapons, so I was a fan of IG-88, so that kind of brings back memories. And to see him in a live action, it was a great scene. So I love that show. First episode, I rated it 10 out of 10. I just think it was absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, look for tomorrow evening. I will do a live stream probably around 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll send out a notification on YouTube and Instagram. It's going to be my weekly whiskey, cigars, and comics. I was going to try to hook up with Jim's Comics this week, and he's not responded to my texts, a few of my texts, so I think he must be really, really busy at work. So it may not happen with him this week, but maybe next week we'll try to do a joint live stream on his channel or my channel, whatever works best for him. So look for that. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.